Hi, this is Kevin Blanch. Today I'm going to talk about the stock market. I know nobody wants to mention it if they're a politician because the subject's taboo because everybody hates Wall Street. And they hate anything to do with it. It's become a hot button issue, but let's get real. Let's get real. And let's talk about the Democrats versus the Republicans in the context of the stock market and why the rhetoric is so twisted and upside down and why it's that way. Look, facts. The facts. The stock market has done much, much better under a Democratic president by 10 million times. I mean, look, you had the Republicans in control during the Bush era. The stock market imploded. That's without even throwing the inflation number to it. You got absolutely obliterated. Now, you take the most common portfolio in America is this. 33% Dow, 33% S&P 500, 33% NASDAQ. Put that together, even without inflation in the number, and weighting it against oil or gold. During the Bush administration, you lost negative about 40% in the hard number. You put $10,000 into the market the day he went into office. When he left, you had $4,000. That's without throwing inflation, without weighting it against gold. You weighted against gold. I could prove to you, and I could quantitatively prove to you, you have $1,800. Okay? During the Clinton administration, we know what the stock market did. Raged. I mean, raged. You put $10,000 in the day he went into office. When you left, you had well over $100,000. Okay? Barack Obama takes office. People are forgetting this right now. I mean, we were imploding and everything. Say what you want. This market is up 35% from the day he took office. So if you're watching CNBC and you're watching all these talking heads and why would you think that they're so pro-GOP, so pro-GP? Why? Why? When it's proven over and over for decades and decades and decades, the markets do much better under Democrats than they do. Why are they pro-Republican? You watch CNBC, this Kool-Aid cuddling these guys. I mean, they're so dug in that a Republican drop a nuclear bomb on your head and they would freaking support it. I mean, these are the most Kool-Aid, I call them Kool-Aid cuddle. These are the most freaking dug. Why is that? I'll tell you why. They are not about money. They've all got so much money. It's about power. It's about the sickness and the greed of power. They don't care if the market goes up or down. They just want control over you and control over your forward. It's about power. They are sick. There are 4 levels of addiction. We've known this for thousands of years. Gambling, drugs, alcohol, sex, power. Power is the most dangerous by far. We know this. By far, this is the most dangerous. That's what these guys are all about. These guys don't watch CNBC, all these guys, they want control. They are sick with power. They're against their own interest. They don't care if the market loses, they're getting wiped out. They want your money, they want to be able to abuse you, rob you, and they just want control over you. That's what the GOP's turned into. I hate to say it, but that is exactly what... You could draw freaking Iraq down to that. You can draw freaking the stock market. Oh, they're sick. I mean, it's like the old Cheech and Chong movie. Remember in the movie when he says, yeah, man, I used to be all fucked up on the fucking dope. Now I'm all fucked up on the Lord. There's your Glenn Beck of the world. There's your Larry Kudlow of the fucking world. There's your George Bush of the world. There's your Dick Cheney of the world. It kills me. They're sick with greed and power. Now, there's Democrats that are that way too, but not in the same context as this. So let's get real about the stock market and the economy. Let's not spew, and then the debt. Let's talk about the fucking debt. Why is it? The Republicans are the ones who run the debt up massively. Pull grass. It's fact. Fact. I'm talking fact, not Democrats. No. Wrong about that one. Do your homework on that again. The Republicans. And let's talk about taxes. Can you imagine if we'd had the philosophy that there is right now after World War II? I mean, we've lowered taxes for 30 years. We have no tax base. We have no tax. Lower taxes. Well, here's the thing. Cut spending. Okay. Let's talk about where the budget go. Massive chunk goes to defense. Big chunk goes to Social Security, Medicare. Okay. So I tell people this. If you're running for office and you say, we need to cut military spending, this country go cuckoo-loo-loo. Because they're crazy. The military was downsized in the late 90s. You know that. And it was working. Remember, it was the leaner, stronger, better military. Okay, so if you run on that platform, you get killed. Okay, you run on the platform that we need to raise taxes, you get killed. So whose fault? It's the American public. I mean, come on. So you don't want to lower defense. You want defense. I mean, Eisenhower said, "Beware of the industrial military complex." Look it up and watch it. Well, was he right? We've turned it into one. So I tell everybody, do this. Look in the mirror. How many of you have a student loan or got children doing student loans or grants? It's a form of government spending. How many of you have a Freddie or Fannie Mae backed mortgage? There's a form of freaking government. How many of you have a family member or someone else drawn Social Security or government benefit for being handicapped or mentally ill or something like that? More government. Do we want to cut that? Now, I understand there's huge corruption in the Social Security Medicare system, but most of the corruption is coming from doctors. I mean, there is corruption, people using that system too, and Social Security. There's people drawing Social Security shouldn't, but there's corruption in the military spending too, defense contract. So let's get real about that and let's weigh this out in a logical format. Look, I'm a stock market guy. I'm a finance guy. Do the numbers. Break it down. Barack Obama, market's up 35%. Bush, over an 8-year period, down 40%. Got destroyed. Clinton, good Lord, up over 1,000%. H. Bush, slightly up. Reagan, slightly up. NASDAQ did great under all of them. But, you know, we had 2 wars. We went crazy on this. But let's put this into context and let's be real about this. You know, and quit this. See, it's time for logical thinking and logical reasoning. Like I said, think about these things when you vote. Kevin Blanche.